Hi, I'm John Baker, the creator of the Asking Formula. Today we are concluding our two-part segment looking at the issue of what's wrong about questions. In my first segment, I discussed the trap of questions, how they can be an incredible waste of time, and actually detract from our ability to influence others, and how traditional sales training emphasizes questioning to the point it actually will damage our influence, not enhance it. I invite you to watch that video. It will provide you a perspective that may be new and enlightening. In this post, I'll outline 3 strategies that you can use to avoid the trap of questions, engage in meaningful conversations, and stand out in front of your audience. Strategy number 1, always look to advance the conversation. No matter what your audience tells you, I'm too busy to meet, just send me the information, or we already do business with your competitor, there is value to their response. Most sales professionals will be stymied by such a response as it doesn't fit into their script. But your job is to find the value. Think about it this way. Every response you get from a prospect is a gift. And what do you do with a gift? You thank them for it, you acknowledge it, and you use it. So if a prospect were to say, I'm not interested, I already do business with XYZ company, you reply by thanking them for their comment, acknowledging it by repeating it back to them, and seek to continue the dialogue. You might reply, thank you for sharing with me that you're doing business with XYZ. We frequently bump into them in the marketplace and in fact have many mutual clients. You'd be interested to learn that we provide several services they're not able to provide, and I need 5 minutes of your time to share these services with you. Strategy number 2, put some emotion into your conversation. People are more likely to remember encounters that are emotionally charged. Consider a discussion with a prospect or client the same as having a conversation with someone in your inner circle of friends. A prospect might say to you, I'm too busy to talk to you today. And in response, you could take the easy route and say in return, oh well, let me stop back then at a later date. Which, if you've read my book, you know is a loop. This person will always be busy and your next visit will be equally as unproductive as this visit. But if you had that same conversation with a friend, you naturally ask something that would probe a little deeper. You would ask about how they were feeling or what they were doing to balance the stress at work. For your prospect, you could respond by saying, how does someone with the level of responsibility you have ever find the time to learn about new opportunities? This response really gets to the underlying emotion your audience is feeling. And finally, the third strategy, be sincerely curious. Instead of the rat-a-tat-tat list of questions, practice being present in the moment with your audience. I know when people are not sincere with me because they seem to listen only for an opening to begin talking as opposed to seeking understanding. Having a list of questions can do that to us. Make us look like we have a quota of things to ask regardless of what our audience has to say. This comes off as an interrogation, not a conversation. Being sincerely curious means being agile. Agility is being comfortable not knowing what you're going to say until you have fully listened to what your audience has said to you. Being agile means being open-minded, putting aside the pre-scripted questions and allowing the conversation to expand and flow in unanticipated directions. When you are good at being an agile communicator, you'll be good at being a great asker. I'm John Baker. Let me know what you think.